guys, so I'm stealing a tag from the booktuber community, so I'm sorry to my booktuber friends, but I really like this tag. And I don't read enough books for me to be able to do this tag. But I do watch enough anime, so here we go. Question number 1. If you could step into the life of any anime character for 24 hours, who would it be and why? Oh, that would be tough. Because I would like to pilot a Gundam. So Setsuna would be pretty cool because I like 00. I think I'd be too scared to be Zex or Hiro for a day because getting inside the Zero system would freak me out. I would probably end up stepping into Katra's body then, if that be the case. So those of you who watch Gundam Wing know what that means with the Zero system and Katra and the... Yeah! However, being the girl that I am, my OTPs would be fantastic to step into. So either Mirelia Ha from Gundam Seed, post-tall, because I really love Diarca. I have a very strange obsession, a very strange and a healthy obsession with Diarca. That's so awkward for me to say. That or Sango, because I have that same weird and unhealthy obsession with Miroku. Again, quite awkward for me to say. So for 24 hours, I would love to be one of those two. After Mirelia and Diarca hook up. At any point in time, really. For Sango after she's met Miroku, because he's ready to go at any time. So all I would have to say is, hey, I want to have your babies. And this just got really awkward. Question number 2. It's the zombie apocalypse and you are locked into the basement with 3 anime characters. Who would they be and why? I would definitely pick Miroku, and not for the reason that I picked for number 1. Miroku has the wind tunnel, or the Kazana. Was it his right or left hand? I don't really remember. It's been a while. But he has the Kazana, or the wind tunnel. So I would pick him, because really, if the zombies got in, he would just have to do the wind tunnel. It would probably kill him. But at the same time, at least, we would have a better fighting chance then, right? Right? Am I right? I would need to be entertained, so I'd definitely pick, like, Duo from Gundam Wing, because he's super entertaining, and he and I would probably have a lot of fun just talking about life and joking around and causing trouble, because I would like to believe I'm a lot like Duo. I'm not. I would like to believe I am. And the third one, I would probably pick, I don't know, Matsuda from Death Note, and again, just because I need to be entertained. So those 3? That's weird. That's a very weird combination. A very strange combination. And why Matsuda popped up in my head. Why didn't I pick Ryuk? He's my favorite character from Death Note. Matsuda. Question number 3. What fellow anime community YouTubers would you have with you in that basement with those characters? This is so hard because I can only pick 2, apparently. That means I'm alienating some of my friends. But Dylan would have to be one of them. I mean, I'm sorry to everybody else, but Dylan has to be there. If Dylan's not there, then that means he's out with the zombies. Dylan would not be able to last against zombies. That's totally not the reason I would pick you, Dylan. I love you. And so now I have to pick one more, and I'm probably gonna go with, I don't know. This is so hard. I am thinking way too much about this. I'm gonna pick Kaio-chan. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pick Kaio-chan. Why am I sorry? So Dylan and Kaio-chan, apparently, are the 2 that I would pick. That's a tough question. So, Kay, you get to go and face the zombies by yourself. I love you. I have a feeling I'm gonna make enemies with this video. Question number 4, which anime characters would you be your best friend, and which ones would be your nemesis? Best friend, probably Duo. Probably Duo. Again, I'm going back to, I would like to be Duo. Or I'd like to think I'm like Duo. I'm not. But I'd like to think I am. I think he and I would get along really, really well, and I think he'd probably be my best friend for life. My BFF. My BFFL. Yeah. As far as Nemesis is concerned, I would probably pick Sango, only just because of the fact that I have this strange, weird obsession with Miroku, and she has a weapon bigger than my body. She would probably feel a little threatened by the fact that I wouldn't say no to Miroku. Got awkward again. Question number 5. What villain do you secretly admire? There is no secretive about this. I have a weird obsession with bad guys. I find them extremely attractive. It's my bad boy thing in me. I really don't care much about, like, the biker guys in real life. Give me, like, an insane psychopath in anime, and you've got yourself an attractive male. Naraku. I love Naraku. Naraku is one of my favorite villains of all time. I'll just be honest. I have a very strange obsession with Naraku the very same way I have a very strange obsession with Miroku and Diarca. I don't know. It's the voice, and, you know, in most of the first half of the series, he's gorgeous body. Of course, that body gets destroyed. Stupid Inuyasha. But I'm also not going to say bad things about Al-Saachez. I love Al-Saachez. I love him. He's insane. There is nothing good about that man, and yet I love him. I love him. And it's not a secret. I don't secretly admire him. I love him. But as far as admire, I think, I'm gonna go with Treize from Gundam Wing. And I think that and Ribbons and Treize, because they're very, very similar bad guys. They're both puppet masters. And while, you know, Naraku is also a puppet master, he's literally a puppet master. I mean, he sends his own little clones to defeat people. Ribbons and Treize are able to make people follow them blindly and do bad things. And they never have any kind of blood on their hands, which is wonderful. And I love it. So I actually admire, I'm going to say, again, not secretly, actually admire Ribbons and Treize. Ribbons from Gundam 00 and Treize from Gundam Wing. Number 6, your top 2 favorite ships. It doesn't have to be romantic or anything like that. Mine are, because I've got 2 OTPs. Moroku and Sango will forever be my number 1 anime OTP. I love Moroku and Sango. I have ever since I was in high school, and I remember my friends that also watched Inuyasha were like, that is never going to happen. And I just held true. I knew it was gonna happen, and I was gonna love it, and I was going to eat it up, and I would wish I was Sango every step of the way. My other one is actually relatively new. It happened in the course of 2011 when I was finally finishing Gundam Seed, rewatching the first half and finishing Gundam Seed. And the second half of Gundam Seed, Diarca kind of falls for Mirialia, and he kind of woos her to have reciprocated feelings. And I don't know what it is about that pairing that I love so much. I think it's his devotion to her, his devotion to like better himself because he wants her, and I think that that is just so cool, and I want a man like that. Actually, I want a man like Rory Williams from Doctor Who, but this is an anime video. Question number 7. If you could change the ending to any anime, what would it be and why? There are a lot of endings I would change. The big one that I would change is Zeta Gundam. If you haven't seen Zeta Gundam and don't want spoilers, you may want to mute right now because I will be spoiling it. I would have killed off Camille because having him coming out of it unscathed would take away from what Tomino was trying to say in Zeta Gundam, that you know, war doesn't always end happy. War is a devastating thing. And up until this point, you know, even in all the other Gundams, they all come out kind of unscathed and everybody lives happily ever after. I didn't like that ending. And obviously a lot of people didn't like that ending because they changed it for the compilation films. Granted, they did it in such a way that I didn't like that ending either. I think that to pull that point across and to make that series more tragic, they should have just killed Camille off. Question number 8. An alien race decides to invade Earth. What anime do you give it to give it a good idea of what mankind is like? Gundam 00, because that's essentially what Gundam 00 was completely about, was understanding one another, understanding human beings. And I think seeing all those different archetypes of characters would give them an idea of what they're facing and why humans fight and why humans will always fight, and the movie. That's right, I said it. Question number 9. Using the title of an anime series that you have seen, well, how would you describe your life? Or what one would you choose to describe your life? And that would be easy. That's Now and Then, Here and There. And not because my life is anything like that show. It's not. Luckily, I'm not that tragic. But I would say that that is a really good way to depict my life, of who I was back then and who I am now and who I'm becoming. This whole concept of I've come from depression and from pain and misery, and I'm a stronger person because of it now. So Now and Then, Here and There. That's what I would pick. This just got deep. Question number 10. If you had to kill off a character from one of your favorite animes, and it can't be a villain because that's too easy, who would you kill off and why? Hiro from Gundam Wing. I would kill off Hiro. Big time. Big time. I think the end of Endless Waltz really gave them this great opportunity to kill him off. You know, I would say Camille, but because I talked about that in the previous thing, but that's not one of my favorite animes. I'm talking like my top 10, and we've already been through my top 10. I would definitely kill off Hiro. You know, when he's standing there with his gun pointed to Marimeya, and he pulls the trigger and nothing comes out, and he says, I have killed Marimeya, I will never kill anyone ever again, I don't have to anymore. That would have been the perfect opportunity for him to collapse and to die in Relina's arms, because he was created to fight. And there was a scene prior to that, my favorite scene in all of anime, let alone Gundam, let alone Gundam Wing, where he's fighting Wu Fei, and Wu Fei says something to that effect, that we were created to fight, that we know nothing but how to fight. and that they only feel complete when they're on the battlefield. Obviously Hiro feels that way. Obviously Hiro could never lead a normal life, and therefore if he's never going to kill ever again because he doesn't have to anymore, that in turn should also mean the end of his life. At least that's what I think. I think they should have killed off Hiro. It's like the only flaw in Endless Waltz. So that is the leave me alone, I'm watching anime tag that I stole from the booktuber community. So So I'm gonna tag some people, and those people are DMFriend25. So you get to do this again, Dylan. Dylan's the one who actually introduced me to this tag because he did it on his booktuber channel. You get to do it again, but in anime references now. I'm gonna tag Kaio-chan because you need to start making more videos, and so if that means I'm gonna have to keep tagging you and stuff, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tag Kay, even though I'm never gonna see that because she doesn't make videos anymore either. I'm gonna tag Dark Messiah 24. Matt, I'm gonna tag you. And really anybody else that wants to do it. I really can't think. It would be fun for Melissa to do it. Melissa Books. I don't know if you're gonna do any anime stuff on your channel because you're a booktuber. But you like anime, so if you want to do it too, go for it. I dare you. So that is all for me, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! 2007 was also when I started going to anime conventions. Anime Detour 2007 was the very first convention I ever went to. And it has started an even bigger and newer passion of going to conventions and finding other people who love the same things I do. And since Anime Detour 2007, I have gone to a ton of conventions. I think 13 I'm at now, 13 or 14. And I've met so many amazing people, and I love it. It's something I just adore.